Hi, everybody. Well, let's see, what is it? It's Saturday evening. I have been moving the last couple of days. But thank you to those of you yesterday that alerted me to an audio that they heard on a couple different channels. So rather than email back everybody and thank you guys, you've been really, really nice and helpful to me. I just wanted to address it and then I'm putting it kind of to rest. I'm not doing this live because I'm not looking for discussion. I'm looking to give you the information, take it or leave it. I don't think it's going to make the people that dislike me like me all of a sudden, or the people that like me all of a sudden dislike. I mean, I'm just going to tell you what I know. So I've written down a couple notes just to reference them. So I want to give the backdrop and then I'll tell you about the specifics of this particular recording. So I don't know, 3 years ago or so, this is for me, myself, and the reason I'm bringing it up. If you're not into any of the chase drama, turn this off now, because that's really what all of this is. 3 years ago, I was going through a pretty nasty divorce and lost my home. My kids had some issues. I had even some safety issues. At the time, I was kind of hitting rock bottom, or what I thought it was. So I befriended a few people. I kind of needed to take a chance. I was single mom life. And one of them was a searcher. And that searcher did befriend me. We became friends rather quickly. We had some shared experiences through challenges, or that's what I thought. And I cried a lot. I hit kind of rock bottom. It was a really, really hard time for me. And I really trusted this person. Said a lot of personal stuff. Talked about the chase. It was a searcher, so we kind of had that shared experience. Unfortunately, my very good friend, my actual good friend, Forrest Fenn, let me know that this person was recording me, and I was shocked. Forrest at the time said, "You're so naive. You've been so sheltered in your life. What are you doing talking, so many personal things, etc." And I was shocked. And he said, "Distance yourself. This is not a good situation." There was another searcher that actually had to get the police involved. It was really, really, really ugly. I was shocked. But I believe Forrest, of course. He knew so much. He asked me not to say anything because he can't get between searchers. But he said, this is really bad. He said, "You're over your head. This is not a good situation." So I cut the person off. Within a week or two of that, a tuber that doesn't like me, she sent me an email and said, "Do you realize he's been recording you since the beginning? And we all listen to the recordings and laugh. You sound pathetic." And I did. I talked about my mom dying. I talked about my kids. I talked about my divorce. I talked about losing the house. Just so many. And I guess everybody sat around and made fun of me about it. I guess if you're in that kind of circle and do that sort of thing, that's entertaining. But I actually heard from someone who didn't like me, which I was just upset about. I got through it. When life hits rock bottom, you decide to dust off, get back up. You guys have been there for me and with me. So I cut the person off and blocked everything, blocked phone, blocked everything, let's just say. And now let's fast forward. That was about 3 years ago. These recordings were shared with all the tubers by this person, and the person said, "Do with him what you want." And a lot of tubers were messaging me going, "What the heck is this? It sounds so..." I sounded so sad. I was crying. It was sad. And I said, "Well, you get to do what you want with it. I'm really sad that was..." No, I did not know about the recordings. The one wasn't even search related. It was kind of sad. But people do things for odd reasons. Nobody shared them at the time. They went around to a lot of people. People asked me about them, but it just sounded, I just sounded sad. It was a sad part of my life. Okay, so now why am I even bringing that up? Let's fast forward. Odious Soul situation. She brings up her search partner had the location within 100 feet. This same person is Odious Soul's search partner. So I had to kind of dig deep and went, I need to unarchive, because I archived everything at the time and blocked and all that. And I was just looking for what are the locations so then I can get it out to the search community. I knew at the time it would kind of trigger me back to a really bad place I was in at the time. And I knew the risk. I knew this person could resurface and then start sharing all of the stuff that I really wanted to put behind me. But that's, for me, that's my commitment to the community and the chase. I wanted to do that. I knew the risk. Well, sure enough, person messaged me right away and knew we were talking about him. I don't respond because I've cut certain people. I just have to. Once you cross a certain line with me, I can't engage with you. So now what comes out? This has been shared with different tubers. The new tubers have decided to cut and splice and put some information out. So the first one is, I did see it on Greg's channel, and some of you are like, I told you so. I know, a couple months ago, I re-engaged Greg. He was going to go very positive. I think he was on a good path for a while, but he really wanted me to cut some ties with some people that were close to me, like Toby and Cynthia. I know his fundraiser didn't go well. He thought somehow I was affiliated with it not going well, or I didn't promote it enough. But in general, I said, I didn't know he was upset at me recently. And he had said, this is a show. This isn't personal. It's like the wrestlers. It's not personal. For me, it's different. I kind of put my heart and soul into it. I don't, it's more than just a show to me. Like when one of his other panelists called me some names, I'm like, are we good? He's like, no, it's just a show. It's not to me. But so Greg shared it. I don't know what his motives are. I know he's having shows about it now. I don't know exactly what he has. The other is Street. He shared it on his channel. I didn't think I had a history with Street. I guess 3 or 4 years ago, I said on a YouTube, I wish he wouldn't find the treasure chest, because he had said something and I was responding to it. He has been very, very upset since then. The only email that I've gotten recently from Street, we've had no dialogue. The only recent is he did want me to know the process of how to get Barbara disbarred. And I just don't go personal. And when Street and Barbara brought all the custody papers up, that was a day Mike and I said, we can't ever have them on our show. That's just not where we go. Different people have different lines of morals. It's ironic that the thing that made me break from them completely was Barbara, but I don't care whose child it is. All children should be off limits, and I hold by that. It makes me sad that that is not a universal truth, but I'll digress. And I will say, if Barbara is watching this, the one thing I will say is Greg did let me know they never contacted your ex-husband. It was just a game to make you upset. I think you're in court now over all of it, and your ex is denying it, etc. You can look into that yourself, but I just want you to know they let me know they were just doing it to be mean and didn't really have any of that. And I thought that was so incredibly sad. That's when I said no more. And ever since then, I don't even think it's a Forest Fen channel anymore. Those channels are all about me and discussing me. And now they have some personal things that they can, bring to me. So now you have the information of there's no treasure chest, and I was obviously very upset, and it was a dark night for me. So some people have asked me, so they've asked me some questions in this clip, and they're going to be showing more. I don't even, some people are asking, well, what conversations did you have? It was 3 years ago, and there were several. I don't remember exactly what was said and what the context was. But have I ever said there's no treasure chest? Yeah, several times. Right after Boots on the Ground, I even told Forrest not to email me, even though he was my safety check-in, because I was so mad. That was a lot. I doubt the finder right now sometimes. I doubt it. There was a treasure chest sometimes. And sometimes I was just spouting off. I don't know, but today, do I believe there was a treasure chest? Yes. Do I believe that Forrest put the treasure chest in its location? Yes. Do I believe that Jack got the treasure? Yes. I have a little bit more, but not for today on this. So is it a hobby? It is for me, and that's my new hashtag. It's just a hobby. I believe if you're overstepping in people's lives, if you've lost your home or lost your life because of this, you're too far in. If you're getting this emotionally invested, I made one comment how many years ago, and there's just years of disdain. It shouldn't upset. I should not matter this much to people. I'm shocked to this day about how much hatred a few have in their heart. But do I believe this is a hobby? Yeah. I thought some people were really over the top about this, and it's just crazy to me. Yeah, I don't get people who attack children and families and that sort of thing. So, in general, did I believe there was a treasure chest? Yes. Do I believe you're going to see more videos or audios? Sure. There weren't videos because I never met this person until he started coming to events and things. I never met, so there's no videos. So there's just audios. It was just a human being that was very scared and very lonely and very hurt. Some people have been so appreciative of Mike and I's story because they know how much the ups and downs have been. It's called life. Did I know I was recorded? No, I did not until Forrest told me, and then this other tuber told me how much enjoyment others were getting from me being human, is what I call it. Other people can call it pathetic, and that's okay. I was pretty down at that time, there's no question. I've rebuilt my life, but it was a dark time. Do I know all the conversations? No, they were over many months. I don't know all what you'll see. I've already seen some stuff spliced. I don't know. I mean, that's not where I'm going to find my entertainment or my joy of my life of making fun and belittling others. So why Forrest was my friend, I don't know. I know I brought him a lot of issues like this. Him and I, this is when I went dark on YouTube for a little while. We were trying to figure out what to do. I know he went and warned, Indy just shared an email with me. Forrest started warning other searchers about this particular person to not have happened what happened to me, because it was hard. It was a hard thing in my life. Do I believe Shannon was involved? Was this a part of a thing to get this search partner kind of in the limelight? I do not. I do not think Shannon was involved. I think Shannon knew this person as much as me. They weren't like personal friends. So I've seen invented emails. Do I think everything real is going to come out? I don't know. I've seen invented emails. I've seen invented stuff already. So I don't know. But just know in general, I don't need to have a war over a person who has passed away who's better friends with. It's so silly. But this happened in 2018. In 2019, I did go boots on the ground. So if I didn't think a treasure chest was there, I went boots on the ground. I got the interview with Forrest in late 2019. I've been to his house lots of times since then. He gave some pretty special gifts to my kiddos in 2020, in July of 2020. So that just gives you some context of how much is the drama is true. If Forrest truly didn't, if I truly didn't think there was a treasure chest, why would I be boots on the ground? So up front, whatever does come out, I'm not going to listen to, I'm not going to talk to. But I will say I want to apologize to Mike and to my kids, because there are some videos that unfortunately you're going to maybe hear. I hope they don't go too personal, but if they do, they talk about my kids. My kids didn't do anything wrong. Mike didn't do anything wrong, but that's what some people do. That's their focus in life. So I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I'm just going to say, okay, I'm sorry. So the lessons I've learned from the chase: I've learned to love again. I've learned to smile again. I've learned I can be adventurous, but I have learned some hard lessons of, like Forrest said, you're too naive and you've been too sheltered. What are you doing? People now need to earn my trust. There's bad people in the world. There's people that get enjoyment out of other people's pain. There's people that maybe are really sensitive or maybe in a different place than I am, that one little comment can really focus them in such a negative and harmful way. But I'm going to leave you with this. I saw a really good talk about a year or two ago, and at the end they talked about where you want to be as a person, and I'm going to read it. It's about 45 seconds. I hope you like it, because this is my message to anyone that has that maybe they're just struggling in life. What do you do? Where is your point in life? So, people are often unreasonable and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful, you will win some false friends and some true enemies. Succeed anyway. If you are honest, people may cheat you. Be honest anyway. What you spend years building, some can destroy overnight. Build anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, they may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today, people will often forget tomorrow. Do good anyway. Give the world the best you have, and it may never be enough. Give your best anyway. You see, the final analysis is between you and God. It is never between you and them anyway. That's by Mother Teresa, and that's all I'm going to say on the topic and any future topic that comes out. This isn't a place I want to be. I want to focus on other things. I'm going to be kind anyway. I'm going to try to be good every day. I'm going to try to be a good wife and a good mother and understand that sometimes these things happen, and I hope they find their right way eventually. Bye, guys.